Here is a problem from your homework assignment where you have to use statistical software to construct a histogram and then answer the question. So we have raw data here. It's a quantitative variable, and the variable is the number of opioid pain reliever prescriptions per 100 people. What we need to do is construct a histogram, and we are given certain instructions here. The classes have to be of width 10, and the starting number is 50 prescriptions per 100 people. So make the histogram and then answer a question once you've constructed the histogram. So let's see how we can use Crunchit. We're not going to use Excel, Minitab, or any of these options here. We'll go to Crunchit. Unless you're familiar with any of those, just go to Crunchit. And the best part about this is that the data comes preloaded. So we have all the numbers here. We don't have to enter any data. Go to graphics because we're trying to construct a graph. What we're trying to do is construct a histogram for these numbers. Let's click on histogram. We need to select the sample for which we're trying to construct the histogram. Here we have only one option. There's only one column, and that's the column that we are going to use to construct the histogram. We can either enter the number of bins. Let's just see how that works. If we enter the number of bins, which is the number of bars, let's say 6, and we can hit calculate, and then we get a histogram with 6 bars or bins. A histogram is a graph where the quantitative variable is on the x-axis and the counts, and when I say counts, it means how many fall into each bin or bucket. The counts are on the y-axis. Now let's try another way of constructing a histogram. If the problem specifies the bin width, okay, so in this problem specifically, the question says use bin width of 10, and the bins have to start at 50. So those are the instructions that we got from the question. So now we hit calculate, and here is the histogram. It starts at 50. Look at the x-axis. The numbers start at 50. The bin width is 10. So each bar has width 10. So the first bar goes from 50 to 60. So that's what it means when the width of the bar or bin is 10. The second bar goes from 60 to 70. The third bar goes from 70 to 80, and so on. Now, let's look at the first bar. The bar height is about 3. Okay, so the height of the bar is about 3. So the count in the first bin is 3. The lower bound is 50 because that's the starting point of the bar, and the upper bound is 60. That is the ending point of the bar. So what that really means is that there are 3, and where do I get the 3 from? It's the height of the bar. There are 3 numbers in our data set that lie between 50 and 60. So you can double check. Look at the list here, the data. The first 3 numbers are between 50 and 60. So that's exactly what it means. So we are summarizing the raw data using a histogram. So this is called a distribution, and we use this histogram to figure out the shape of the distribution. In this case, the distribution is not perfectly symmetric. If you stop at, let's say, 100 to 110, let's stop at this point, then you could say it is symmetric. Even if we stop at 120, you could say it's roughly symmetric. But this looks like it is slightly skewed to the right.